Good morning, Girish. Please have a seat. What brings you in today?
Good morning, Dr. Sangeeta. Thanks. Well, I've been feeling really off lately. For the past few months, I've just been so tired all the time, and my stomach has been acting up a lot.
I see. Tiredness and stomach issues. Can you tell me a bit more about the tiredness? Is it constant fatigue or do you have periods of feeling better? How long has this been going on exactly?
It's pretty constant, honestly. I wake up tired, even after 8 or 9 hours of sleep. By midday, I feel like I've run a marathon. It started maybe 4 or 5 months ago, slowly at first, but it's gotten steadily worse. I just can't focus at work, and even simple things like walking the dog feel like a huge effort.
That sounds really tough, Girish. And the stomach issues? What exactly have you been experiencing there?
Mostly bloating and discomfort after I eat. Almost every meal. Sometimes I get sharp pains, and I've noticed my bowel movements have been a bit irregular, either very loose or I feel constipated. It's never really settled.
Okay, that gives us a good starting point. Let's break this down. First, regarding the fatigue, have you noticed any other symptoms alongside it? Like muscle aches, headaches, changes in mood, or difficulty concentrating beyond what you mentioned for work?
Definitely the concentration part. My brain just feels foggy, like I'm in a haze. And yeah, my mood isn't great. I feel more irritable than usual, which isn't fair to my family. Headaches too, not severe, but a dull ache behind my eyes quite often.
Understood. And with the digestive issues, have you noticed any specific foods that seem to trigger it or make it worse? Any changes to your diet around the time these symptoms started?
That's a good question. I haven't really kept track, to be honest. I eat pretty much the same stuff I always have. But thinking about it, sometimes after a heavy meal, especially something with a lot of dairy or bread, it feels worse. But it's not consistent enough for me to pinpoint anything specific.
Okay. And have you traveled recently or been exposed to anyone who was sick? Any significant stress in your life recently? A new job, family changes, anything like that?
No travel, thankfully, and no one sick that I know of. Stress, well, work has been pretty demanding. I've been taking on more responsibilities, longer hours, you know the drill. And with the kids starting new schools, there's always a bit of chaos at home. I wouldn't say it's unusually high stress, but it's definitely there.
Life can certainly throw a lot our way, and sometimes our bodies respond to that. Now, a few standard questions. Are you currently taking any medications over the counter or prescribed? Any supplements? Do you smoke or drink alcohol? If so, how much?
No prescribed meds, no. Just a daily multivitamin. I don't smoke. And alcohol. I enjoy a beer or two on the weekends, maybe a glass of wine with dinner sometimes, but nothing excessive. Definitely not every day.
Alright, that's helpful. Any history of similar issues in your family? Digestive problems, autoimmune conditions, or anything like that?
My mother always complained of a sensitive stomach, and my dad had acid reflux, but nothing as vague or persistent as what I'm feeling. No autoimmune stuff that I'm aware of, thankfully.
Okay, thanks for sharing all that, Girish. It gives us a much clearer picture. From what you're describing, the combination of chronic fatigue, brain fog, and digestive upset points towards a few possibilities. It could be something like irritable bowel syndrome, which often flares up with stress, or perhaps a food sensitivity that you haven't identified yet. We also need to rule out other common causes of fatigue like thyroid dysfunction, anemia, or even vitamin deficiencies.
So, what's the next step, doctor? I'm just so frustrated with feeling this way. It's really impacting everything.
I completely understand your frustration, Girish, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. My first recommendation would be a comprehensive blood panel. We'll check your full blood count to look for anemia, your thyroid function, liver and kidney function, inflammatory markers, and also your vitamin D and B12 levels. These are all common culprits for fatigue.
That makes sense. I haven't had a checkup in a while, so it's probably overdue.
Exactly. Beyond the blood tests, given your digestive symptoms, I'd also suggest a stool sample to rule out any infections or imbalances in your gut flora. And perhaps crucially, I'd like you to start a food diary for the next 2 weeks. Note down everything you eat and drink, and more importantly, how you feel afterwards. Pay close attention to bloating, pain, energy levels, and even your mood.
A food diary, huh? That sounds a bit tedious, but I guess if it helps, I'll do it. So I should just write everything down?
Yes, exactly. It doesn't have to be super detailed, just the main components of your meals and snacks, and then a quick note on how you felt an hour or two later. Sometimes patterns emerge that we wouldn't notice otherwise. It's an invaluable tool for identifying potential triggers, especially for gut issues.
Okay, I can manage that. What about in the meantime, while we wait for results? Is there anything I can do to feel a bit better?
Absolutely. While we're waiting, there are a few things you can try. Firstly, focus on really gentle, gut-friendly foods. Think plain rice, steamed vegetables, lean proteins. Try to avoid highly processed foods, sugary drinks, excessive caffeine, and anything overly spicy or fatty for a couple of weeks. This gives your digestive system a bit of a break.
So, like a temporary bland diet?
Precisely. And hydration is key. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day. For the fatigue, try to prioritize sleep, establish a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Wind down an hour before bed, no screens, maybe read a book, take a warm bath. And gentle exercise like a daily walk can actually boost energy levels and help with digestion, without overexerting yourself.
That's good advice. I know I probably don't drink enough water, and my sleep schedule is all over the place. I usually just crash in front of the TV. I guess it's time to make some changes there.
It's all about small, consistent steps, Girish. And don't underestimate the power of stress management. Since you mentioned work and home life are demanding, even 5 or 10 minutes of mindfulness or deep breathing exercises daily can make a noticeable difference. There are many apps and resources online if you want to explore them.
I've heard about mindfulness, but I always thought it was for other people. Like I just don't have the time to sit and meditate. But 5 or 10 minutes, I could probably squeeze that in.
It's not about becoming a guru, Girish, just about finding a moment to pause and reset. Even focusing on your breath for a few minutes can help calm your nervous system, which has a direct link to gut health. Our gut and brain are incredibly connected.
Yeah, I've heard that. The gut brain axis, right? It's wild to think how much stress can mess with your stomach.
It truly is. So to recap, we'll do the blood tests and a stool sample, you'll start the food diary. And in the meantime, focus on the gentle diet, good hydration, consistent sleep, and try to incorporate some stress relief techniques. I'd like to see you back in about 2 weeks once the test results are in and we can review your food diary together.
Okay, Dr. Sangeeta. That sounds like a plan. I feel a bit more hopeful now, just knowing we're actively looking into it. This feeling of being constantly tired and uncomfortable has been so draining.
That's exactly what we're here for. It's important not to just live with these symptoms. Many common conditions once identified are very manageable with the right approach. We'll work together on this. My nurse will give you the forms for the blood tests and explain how to collect the stool sample. Do you have any other questions for me right now?
Just one thing, doctor. Should I avoid any particular foods specifically, like gluten or dairy, right away, or just stick to the general bland diet for now?
For now, just the general bland diet. We want to see if removing broad categories of processed and irritating foods makes a difference. Once we have your food diary and test results, we can be much more targeted. We don't want to unnecessarily restrict your diet unless we have a clear reason to.
That makes sense. I don't want to give up my favorite foods if I don't have to. Thanks, Dr. Sangeeta. I appreciate your time and all the advice.
My pleasure, Girish. Remember, listen to your body and don't hesitate to call if anything changes or worsens. We'll touch base in 2 weeks. Take care.
Will do. Thanks again. Bye.
Goodbye, Girish.